everyone, Amanda here, thanks for joining me. So today I've got a quick tutorial, hopefully it's quick, I'm going to try my best, to use up a sheet of 12 by 12. If you've got, like me, and you've got loads in your stash, this is a great way to use them up for making your journals. Now this is a kind of a bit of a prototype idea, so I might have to do some adjustments. I might not remember all the measurements, basically. It's a bit of a disclaimer. So first of all, you want to make sure your paper is 12 by 12. Sometimes they're just a little bit over. Okay, now it is best if you use a nondescript paper. What that means for me is that it doesn't matter which way up the pattern goes. Okay, so these flowers, it wouldn't matter if I had one upside down, for example. It's also easier if you've got paper that's double-sided, but if it's not on one side white, you can ink it, collage it, do what you like, it's fine. So what we're going to do is we're going to start by just dividing the page into sections of 4. So we're going to score at 4 inch and 8 inch. If you don't have a scoreboard, use a ruler and a pencil and draw the lines. 4 and 8, turn it 4 and 8. Okay, 4 and we can actually cut it off at 8. Okay, now I'm going to do an adjustment in a minute and make that shorter, but the reason I'm starting with 8 is so that these are spare pieces, as I want these all to measure 4 by 4. So that's why I'm cutting it to 8, and then I'm going to cut it shorter in a minute. There's always a method in my madness. So I'm cutting those up the score line so that I've got 3 pieces which are 4 by 4. Okay, set those to one side because we're going to use them. Alright, so then once I've done that and I've cut that to 8, okay, I'm then going to go back and I'm going to cut it to 7.5. Okay, so I'm just cutting that off, and that strip there is the only piece of paper that's going to get wasted. I mean, you could save that and you could make a butterfly with it or something. I don't know. But you could use it on something. Seriously, you could. Right, so what we're going to do now is fold all of our score lines so that we can see them. I'm going to try and do this really quick. So the smaller section's staying at the bottom. And what we're going to do is we're going to cut... Let me just remind myself what I'm doing. Right, so we're just going to cut from the outside, from the right side on that score line to the middle, and from the left side from the score line to the middle. Alright, so that's those. Then what we're going to do is on the top part, because it's obviously going to be bigger than the bottom part, we're just going to take another small slither away. Now, it's not an exact measurement to it, but if you want to do it on your trimmer, I'd say 1/8 or 1/4 of an inch maximum. I'm just going in with my scissors. I'm not too worried if it's not perfectly straight, and I'm just taking a slither out of the larger side. Okay, and same at this side. I normally go by a scissor blade width. I'll just do it by eye now. So I'm an expert and I can cut straight. Not. I'm only kidding. Right, so if it's not straight, it doesn't really matter. All that's doing is, when you're folding and you're folding things like that, it just means you've got a bit of more of a leeway. That's not very straight, but it doesn't, like I say, it doesn't really matter. It just gives you leeway then when you're making booklets like this, that pages will fold without catching on each other. That's why we've done that. Right, so the next thing we want is an envelope punch board. If you don't have one, use a normal punch. If you don't have a punch, draw around a penny. If you don't have a penny, I don't know, make it up. Just do it, cut it by hand. So what I'm going to do is, I want to punch in that section there. So where the crease is, I'm going to put that crease up to 2 inches. And wherever we're doing any punching, using the punch board, we're always going up to the 2 inch mark and then punching. Okay, so whatever we're doing on this project, it's all the same then. So I'll just fold that behind and then pull it forward, and I'm only doing that so I've got a straight edge, so I can get in to make my punch here. Again, I'm going up to 2 and I'm punching. Alright, so both of those now have that thumb notch in. Alright, so I'm going to go over to the other side and I'm going to do the same. I'm going to go from the outside edge there to 2 and punch. Then I'm just going to fold that in and push that down just so I can get to this part here. Okay, and I'm going to punch that at 2 as well. Right, so I'm going to leave those as they are, alright, and that is like a thumb notch to tuck. These here I'm going to turn into like page tabs. So what you can do is you can cut from there to there or from the outside in. So I'm going to do one of each. So there's my tab. Okay, I want one tab on that side and one tab on that side. So how I'm going to do it is I'm going to cut from here to that score line and then just cut that piece away. Okay. And I am just doing it by eye because I'm not, it's a journal, it doesn't matter if it's not perfect. So that's that one. And then this one I want the tab on the inside, so all I have to do is just cut from here to the centre there where I've just punched. Okay, in a straightish sort of line. Alright, so on the left we've got a page tab there, and here we've got 2 notches. Right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to add pockets. So each of these we're going to cut into 2 inches because they're all 4 by 4. So we can cut all of these. Where's my little, here we go. I'm just going to put them all together in my trimmer and go to 2 inches. Let me just get it lined up. 2 inches. And that's going to give me 6 pockets. And then what I'm going to do, I won't be able to cut all of those at once. In sections of 3, I'm going to go back, just to make it quicker, I'm just going to go back and I'm going to trim maybe 1/8 of an inch off, just a sliver. And again, we're doing this for the same reason we cut those little lines there, just so that those pockets don't stop anything closing or opening. Okay, so put 3 together. Again, cut a sliver off. If you use nondescript paper, like I say, or pages that you've collaged, you can get 12 by 12 white cardstock and collage them and do this, or stamp them and ink them so it's not too bulky. You can make a batch of them if they're nondescript, and then whatever journal you're making, you can make it fit your theme with the images or whatever from the kit that you're using, so that you can see these pockets. Have I got them all? I can't see myself. Because this is double-sided, I'm going to turn the pockets over to the black side. And on each one, again, I'm going to punch roughly 2 inches. It's not going to be exactly in the centre because I've just taken a sliver off, but it's as near as you're going to get. It don't matter. I'll punch each one of those at 2. I'm doing one at a time because I'm not sure my punch board can take. I don't want to break it, although they're quite robust, these. 2. Okay, move that out the way. So what you want to do first of all is put a pocket 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on each one of those. Okay. Glue on 3 sides, 1 there, you can put these pockets where you like. They don't have to be on the bottom, you could have them on the side, for example, like that. Okay, but you can't put it on the side on the bottom half because those are a little bit smaller. 1 there. For argument's sake, I'm just going to put them all on the bottom. And this is going to give you you're gonna get 10 pockets, 10 out of one sheet of paper, which is just fantastic. You know, I mean, we're using it up, but at the same time we're using it to the best of its capabilities, and we have literally the only waste, which is another benefit of this project. The only waste is that tiny little sliver that I showed you there. Which you can always save. You can use it on a collage, or you could use it like pretend it's like washi tape. Okay, but that is the only waste, which is good. Once you get going and you figure out what you're doing with this, you can make a heap of these in next to no time, and then bring them out, have them in your stash box, and bring them out when you're decorating your journal. It will fill a page and it will hold quite a lot of ephemera. Okay, I mean, you're going to be putting small ephemera in. You're not going to be able to put great big massive 6-inch tags in, but you know, you can still put significant things in here. Right, so there we go, we're done. I went, no we're not, no we're not. Turn it over, okay, and then these two here want gluing down on the side and the bottom, okay. So here we go, on the side and the bottom. Side, I'm doing it really quickly because I'm trying to make my video quick. You take more time, won't you, so that you get it nice. On the side and the bottom. Fold it over. And I've done this paper with the nice black on one side so that you can hopefully see. Right, so when you're doing your journal, here's my journal that I'm doing, well, it's one of the ones that I'm on with. So how does this go in your journal? Well, you can either just fold it up, it'll go fold right into quarters like that and tuck it in a tuck spot. But I'm going to have it as a page filler. That's what I designed it for. So what you do is, where you've got these two at the back with the thumb notch, you glue on 3 sides on those two, okay? If you want to go right down the back, don't glue the bottom of that one. Alright, and then you can fit a 6-inch tag in. So you glue either on 2 sides or 3 sides, and on here you do 3 sides. Put it either in the middle of your page, okay, or it might go nice as an outer, like that, because then it's like an extension when you're folding it out, okay. But either way, stick it on your page like that, and then it will just fold like so. Now you can do it a bit closer there, so you can close it with just one paper clip, okay, it's fine. And what you've got here is, let me show you, you have got, are you ready? 1 pocket, 2 pocket, 3 pocket, 4, open it, 5, 6, and then that down the back, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 pockets from a sheet of 12 by 12. It's not even a full sheet of 12 by 12, but we've used all the rest to make the pockets. So don't forget, this is your only waste. Go and bash that stash and use up those 12 by 12 paper pads. I hope that's useful for you. Take care and I'll see you again soon. Bye.